Welcome back to Death Toll Racing. For all you turbo guys that have low mounted turbos that require scavenge pumps for your return oil, I have a little trick that I just came up with, instead of wiring in a turbo timer or something to keep that scavenge pump on after you turn the car off for a little while, I found basically a plug and play 5-pin relay that's adjustable for delay on release. Which is what they call that when it delays the release of the relay. So it's almost just a plug and play. Unplug the one 5-pin relay, replace it with this 5-pin relay, adjust the dip switches and screw, and you're in business. However, this one is polarity sensitive as far as the coil. So you have to make sure your polarity is right. And in my situation, it is not. So I need to switch that, and then we should be good to go, and we'll give it a shot. So on a normal pin, a normal relay, you got 85, 86. It's the two that are parallel across from each other. It's the only two that are parallel across the relay. This is your coil. So 85, 86, you got 86 and 85 right here. And on this relay, they don't call them that. It's 15 and 31. 15 is the one that requires positive, and then 31 is the one that requires negative. So let's get these switched, and then we will put it in and see if we can't make it work. All right, guys, so the footage was corrupt, so now I have to refilm this, and this is post my left-hand carpal tunnel surgery. So here it is installed. This is the little table that shows you how to have the dip switches and the little rotary knob there adjusted for the amount of time that you want it to stay on. Switch 1, switch 2, and then it's basically just on, off, whatever series you have them in will give you the range, and then that will fine tune you within that range. I have mine in on. Switch 1 is on, switch 2 is off. That gives me a range of 14 seconds to 110 seconds, and I roughly set it for what I believe to be is around 60 seconds, and that was just a guess on positioning that rotary knob. Okay, so now I will turn on the ignition, turn it back off again, and we will watch this thing work, and we'll see how long I have it adjusted for. I aimed for about 60 seconds or so. Okay, so the pump is on still, the ignition is off, so we are running on the timer now. So after this is all done and I confirm that I got my 60 seconds, I'm going to put dielectric grease inside where the dip switches are and that rotary switch are, and then I'm going to put a piece of electrical tape over the top of it, just so that we can hopefully not get water in there. Obviously, ideally, if this were mounted inside your car, that would be better, or inside a relay panel, that would be better. But if you're like me, this is an afterthought, and I already had this mounted up here, so I'm just going to roll with it the way it is, and I'll just seal it up enough to where it can handle just getting a little mist of water every now and again. So pump is still on, and it just turned off. So there we have it. So that is a functioning system. I'm not sure how long that was exactly, but it appears to be long enough because I actually have been running this car with this set at this time, and I no longer have oil seeping out my tailpipe after I shut the car off. So that is long enough for my system. So your system may vary. It depends on your oil system, especially if you have your turbos up front and you're just using it for that very short period. You probably wouldn't need quite so much time. Mine are in the back, so I need a little bit more time on. All right, guys, if you made it this far, thank you. Remember, hit like, subscribe, and then check out the description below for the link for this Healer relay. Also, don't be shy. If you know of another 5-pin delay on release relay, comment that in the below so people have other options. The only one I could find is that Gila, which is probably about the most expensive relay you can get. Reliable, yes, but very cheap, no. If you guys are interested in affordable hot rodding, check out the twin turbo Crown Vic build on my channel. It is a very, very cool build, full detail and summary builds, full parts lists in the description below for the build. Coming out soon is going to be a Crown Vic builder series where I am going to address all the hurdles you have to jump through for hot rodding that I ran into on this car. So we're going through everything from suspension, rear end, twin turboing, aluminum block swaps, manual swaps, and more. So all that stuff is coming in, or will be on that, every hurdle that I've had to jump through and the resources to overcome those hurdles. So anyway, check that series out. Remember, hit like, subscribe, and we will see you again very soon.